Are you wondering what is inside that package? Well, I will go ahead and tell you. It is a Blu-ray version of Duel that originally came out in 1971. And at first, Duel, starring Dennis Weaver. Kerry Lofton was the killer truck driver and the stuntman and the trained stuntman. And there was she played the wife of Dennis Hoffman, or excuse me, Dennis Weaver. Her name was, excuse me, her name was Jacqueline something. And there were some other people that got famous in that movie, but mostly it was Kerry Lofton, or Lufkin, something like that, the killer truck driver, and Dennis Weaver. The movie was created. It was his first directorial debut, instead of being a screenwriter and a consultant on some TV episodes. It was the directorial debut of Steven Spielberg. Yep. The guy who created E.T. and lots of great movies. He's really, really famous. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause and I'm going to crack open the package and pop it in the DVD player. Sound good? I hope it sounds good. You're going to like what's going to happen next. It's going to get really interesting. Okay, it's still sealed, but I'm going to crack open the sealing and or sealment, and we're going to go from there. Okay, alrighty then, we have the sealment removed, and here's what the DVD itself looks like. That is a rated PG, but I think some people declared this a rated R movie because of some of the things that were graphic, and I think the other thing that was in this movie that got removed was one of like several times where Dennis Weaver playing David Mann was his name. He overpassed the killer truck driver, and he gave him the finger. He flipped him off, and that was removed. Now in this DVD, I don't know yet because I haven't played it back yet. Hopefully it will reveal some deleted scenes in there. Now, if I play this, if I show some footage of this movie, it's just going to be a few stills, and it's not going to be full scale motion picture playbacks with the sound on, because I'm going to have to turn the sound off, because otherwise I could get seriously red flagged or censored by YouTube. Can't have that going on in my life. Okay, stay tuned. There he is. There's actor Dennis Weaver as it's the sunset's starting to take effect. It's not quite twilight, but it's getting close. Yep, look at that area. Now this area that I am showing footage of in a still photo, as of 2020 or 2023, which I think is still an ongoing conditionary issue, is that area is fenced off and it's private property. Nobody can get to it. And the area in that road that is either called Soledad or Sierra something, that leads up to that that cliff before there's that deep canyon where the truck gets totaled is probably fenced off, and it's probably worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. I mean, that's just a hunch I have. How much property is sealed off? I got no idea. And it may be one of those things that's it's held confidential, and even Acton, California won't disclose that, because Acton, California, I'm pretty sure, is part of Los Angeles County. It's the more rural inland part. It's not close to the ocean. Okay, stay tuned. There's going to be more comments. Okay, now that the ending credits have rolled, and I guess it is certified that it is a parental guidance suggested movie instead of a PG-13 or an R movie or an NC-17. No, there's no way it would be an NC-17 movie, because you don't see no sex, you don't see no partial nudity, you don't see an adult situation that has sexual innuendos or sexual connotations, or the way men and women look at each other, like the woman's interested in the man for sex, or the man's interested in the woman, or it's a mutual type of glare or look that they would have. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, my thing got off out of focus. I'm sorry about that. Okay, let's pause and I'll review this a little further. Okay, what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to excuse me, I'm getting tangle-tongued. It's a side effect of my hemorrhage. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to show the photograph and poster gallery. And I do not feel comfortable showing all of it, because I feel if I show all of it, I might get heavily flagged by YouTube, claiming that I violated a copyright rule or copyright injunction. You look pretty stressed out there, Dennis. But that's just acting. Oh boy, you look like you haven't been eating enough fiber there, guy. You look a little irregular, stopped up. And now you look totally stressed because your car got demolished. Ooh, Snakeorama. That's another attempt where the truck driver tried to kill him dead. Didn't work. Huh. I wonder if he's thinking, just get Matt a nice bacon cheeseburger and fries, huh? Come on. Give the guy a break. Not. He's not thinking that. He's not remotely thinking about me at all. In 1971, I hadn't even been born yet. Oh, you got something worse than the boogeyman after you. I can tell by that expression in the mirror. Okay. I showed as much as I felt would be best to show, and I hope that I do not get cited, censored, or red flagged by YouTube. And there's a good possibility I won't, because what little I showed of footage of the actual filming was that was in the contents of the movie itself was a still of him feeling elated that the whole thing was, or grateful. I don't know if elated would be the proper word. He was grateful that the whole thing was over and that man was dead, and his truck was destroyed beyond repair. So that type of violent action could not take place by someone else, because the truck got completely totaled. I mean, that's the way it was going to go all along. That's how they planned things to go when the movie was filmed. The first time that I personally saw Duel, I forget the exact date, but I think it was somewhere. I think it was roughly about 1984, and me and my dad saw it together in the living room, and we were watching a really nice, and it had that wooden console effects on it, and it was a nice 25-inch Zenith television that had one of those TV remotes. It wasn't thin like this; it was bulky. It was roughly about that thick, and it was about about that tall. And all it had was the buttons and, you know, the lowering of the volume, the raising of it, and channel searching, and like 3 or 4 other buttons like select and whatnot. And we had a good time watching that movie. We really did. The first time I saw it on my own, after I was a young adult, was when I was about 19 years old, and I rented it from a local video store that now is no longer in existence. And I'm not talking about Blockbuster. It was called Video Buffs. It was on 6th Avenue in Peoria, and it was in the shopping center where it's way back in this area that later got turned into a supermarket. I think it's now a Save-A-Lot or something like that, instead of a video rental store. And I really enjoyed seeing that. The picture quality was better on VHS than on TV, because movies sometimes have that kind of, you know, overcast, grainy look or hazy look. The colors of something doesn't show up quite as bright, and making it look more authentic. Well, it's about time for me to get to work. So I'm going to have to end this video, and I really appreciate all of my YouTube fans. I really do. And I'm going to continue to grow. I have, after this one, I'll have 64 videos, and believe me, there's a lot more to come. A lot more to come. I got ideas 24/7. So, thank you, everybody. Good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I hope you have really good luck. Thank you.